I feel like I have a really weird relationship with my mom. Korean moms, right?
There's the gap between what your mother or what your parents want you to do and what you want to do, and how do you bridge that gap?
I lied to her, and then she cried for 3 days. It was first time I say it. It was like, Mom, it's my life. If I fail, it's my choice. Now, when I make the miyako, and I always thinking about my mom. Oh my God, I cry.
It's like a big mom connection. Sure. Yeah.
Time to call mom.
I know.
We're heading back to town to try out a fancy chef version of miyeokguk. In a century-old heritage building in Calgary, Chef Jinhee Lee is redefining a Korean woman's role in the kitchen.
Because I'm Asian and a woman, sometimes really underestimate in the kitchen, so I just want to prove myself.
I heard that your birthday, so I made a miyako for you.
Oh, thank you for listening to me that. That's my favorite food. It looks really good. All right.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, let's get into it. But this is the fanciest miyeokguk I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us what's in it.
Yeah, so like we just brought the Ebola Angus beef brisket. So I just made it. Traditionally, they made the beef broth with like green onion and the garlic, and I just make the broth with boiling in 6 hours, and once all the broth is ready, then I just sweat the seaweed, garlic, sesame oil together, and lightly season with the salt and pepper.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
It's
6
perfect.
hours?
You like it? Yeah.
My
Welcome to Alberta.
It's amazing. It tastes a little like the ocean, but it also tastes beefy, but not in a overly strong way, you know?
Okay. You know, Alberta is a beef-oriented kind of the city, but once I'm using the seaweed, then it's a little bit more balanced out, the heavy and light together.
My mom also makes miyeokguk with a beef broth. Is that the standard?
Yeah, I think it is a special day. The mom usually put a little more effort, because once you're using the beef, it takes a longer time than just make the miyako with just seaweed. Once you have the beef in it, then it's like, oh, mom is really happy and really loves you guys.
Is this it's birthday soup? You're supposed to have it on your birthday, and it's special. Is that? Oh, I didn't know. That's why it was beef broth.
Yeah, it wasn't like a birthday. Mom's usually, I remember that my mom is usually Korean is usually put the beef in the cold water. So take the little bit flavor out, because it is different kind of culture. Here is never do that. But you know what, because they want to balance the other ingredient as well. So that's why they just put soaking in the water a little bit, and then they just make the broth, and it's more clean flavor. I realized. Clean flavor.
I didn't know that's why you do that, but I've read it in instructions online, and I do it.
Usually, his mom is
know.
cold water, just soaking a little bit. But if it is not doing it, then it's really good, strong beef flavor. But once you have that process, then it's more mild down the flavor, right?
Very good. Do you have rice? Because I want to eat this whole thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, I wish I bring the rice for you, but you know what?
I'm gonna try this beef now.
When you eat this at home, do you have it with pap?
Pap? Yeah, of course. You know what? Nowadays, once I make the rice, then I can really finish it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Also, they say chefs don't really cook for themselves at home.
That's
right?
true.
It's your
So
job.
microwave is the best friend, you know? So I usually do is making the oatmeal. I like the savory oatmeal.
Okay.
So oat is really good. So I just make the savory oatmeal, and I just eating with the milk with it. It's really light, and it's really full.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, you should
Should I
try
try
it.
it?
Yeah, you should try it. It's really good for the diet too. Korea really like the tanobak. It was green side, the green outside.
Oh, like acorn squash, kind of?
Yeah, it was they call the kabocha
Okay.
squash. So
Oh,
in Korea, tanobak.
okay, my mom eats that. She's like, it's like good diet food all the time. Is that correct?
That is.
Okay.
So after the woman's having birth, and that they usually have the tanubak soup, or that one is, and they make the tea out of it, and they just drink it. It's really helped your pumpkin is really helped your kind of lose your weight.
Yeah, my mom eats kimchi and tanebak.
Yeah.
Just like straight up, she cuts it up into wedges, and that's what she eats.
The same as potato, like because here is like the ones they do the diet, then just eat the potato for their starch.
I just eat rice. Okay, well, 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
Oh my gosh.
맛있게 드세요.
고맙습니다. Thank you for making miyeokguk. It's my favorite food.
Oh, is that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite too.
What are some of your memories about miyeokguk?
Okay, so have you heard about the 한증막?
No.
So it is a Korean spa, but it was old fashioned, like kind of the Korean spa. But
It's a clay sauna.
it's a clay sauna. So the clay, the holding the heat. My mom, after birth of my youngest brother, and then my mom was really achy body, and then she was really sick. So my grandmothers recommended to go to the 한증막. So we went there, and I was young and I didn't know what to do. So like I just like watching the people. It was fun, watching people. I just like the older ladies who goes inside and like the sweat and a red face come back, and they go to the cold room and whatever, and then it was really fun experience. And certainly my grandmother's ordered the meal for us. It was really interesting. It's a really long table. All the strangers sit together and eating together, and it was rice and miyeokguk is beside it, and all different kind of the side dishes and like grilled fish and meats on it, and like people kind of like never met each other, but you know what? People shared all the dishes and there's eating the miyeokguk. It was really interesting. I thought it was a really exciting kind of experience in my life for the meal together with a stranger.
How old were you?
It was I think it was 5.
So you really remember that?
Yeah, it was. Because I think I really liked watching people like the moving and the kind of stuff. But the time is it was great experience. My grandmother and mom together we eating together, and all the stranger. But it feel like it is a whole family eating in a whole meal together. I was really it's excited, and it was really weird kind of dining experience because all the lady, she just put because I was young, and they said, hey, little kids, eat this. This one's good. And it was oh, okay. So people is really nice.
Yeah. That's also really interesting because I feel like you don't really see miyeokguk outside of your home.
That's
as
right.
well. So
Were they serving it for health reasons? 'Cause
Yeah,
it was...
I think so. It's because miyeokguk is really help the recovery. So after giving birth, the women usually have the miyeokguk for the recovery, and that one, I'm not really sure, but this one, the Korean believe that this seaweed that help to reduce the breast milk, I think.
Oh, increase your breast milk?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Didn't work for me, but
Oh
but
my
Koreans
dear.
really believe it, or
That's
my
right.
mom does, because
That's right.
definitely she brought miyeokguk for me every day for a month after I gave birth.
Okay, I remember that I have the bad memory with the miyeokguk is because every year my mom is making special miyeokguk for me. So I really like the shrimp, and she just make the shrimp miyeokguk, and then one day I really liked the crab, and she put the crab on it, and then but I was in high school, and I think she forgot.
To make miyeokguk for you on your
Yeah,
birthday?
and she
Oh,
forgot
no.
my birthday, and because but you know what? There's a funny story because when I was the high school, the Korea high school 3, so it's grade 12 here. We prepared the exam for
Yes.
수능.
It's a very big deal.
Yeah, it's big deal. So she thought it's not really good fortune for me prepare the the exam. That's why she didn't make it. But you know what? I thought that she forgot, and I cry all day. And I said, "Oh my God, Mom, how come you did it?" Because like, yeah, oh my God, cry. Yeah, the time is I was really hurts my feeling. But she said this. You know, Jinhee, 미역국 once because this one is really like slimy and then like a little like so she thought it's gonna be the really bad luck for your exam. That's why she didn't make it. But I didn't know that one.
So you thought because there's no miyeokguk for you that she forgot your whole birthday.
That's right. But it wasn't, and she has a like different kind of thought, but I didn't really like realize, and it's so disappointed.
Oh no, I'm going to.
Like, but you know what? Like now I can remember the time. Then I feel like I'm more happy, and that every year I kind of expect like the miyeokguk from my mother. It's like okay, that is my love, like that is my mom's love, and I can just receive it. So like. Now, when I make the miyeokguk, and I'm always thinking about my mom.
I also love miyeokguk, but when I had it so intensely for that month, by the end of the month, my husband and I said to my mom, "Could you stop bringing it?" And she then stopped bringing it at all. So in fact, my kids are, my oldest one is 13 now, and I've never made him miyeokguk for his birthday because. My mom brings over the Korean food to our house. So, we've talked about it, and I said, "No, Mom, I actually love miyeokguk. I just couldn't eat it every day for the rest of my life." It felt like I'm going to start making it on my own. I have tried making it before, but your story about miyeokguk on your birthday. Just shows how deeply a mother's love is in the food that this soup triggered like a whole bigger idea for you. Of course, she didn't forget your birthday, but it's so interesting how symbolic the soup is.
I know.
It
Well,
really
here is birthday cake. Usually, like to bring the birthday cake, but you know what? This one is more. I don't know. It was more thoughtful. It's really good for your health as well, and it's. I don't know. I can feel like my mom's like think about it, right? What like because miyeokguk goes with. Any other protein, so like she always thinking about this. Okay, so this year what are we gonna make with what kind of protein? Because like she kind of think about it. So like I live in Incheon, so there is an ocean city. So my mom, me and my mom is really like the seafood. So she always go get the market and buy the kind of stuff, and then we make the miyeokguk, and I feel like special that day.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I got so emotional is I lived away from my mom for 13 years, and this is the thing that my mom made. Every time I came home, I just realized that my mom made it for me every time I came home, and not just my birthday.
Time to call mom.
I know. I just thought it was my birthday, and then I just realized that she made it for me every time because she knows it's my favorite. And yeah, like even every time I come, she's like, "Do you want miyeokguk?" I'm like, I used to come home once a year, and so I could only eat my mom's food once a year for the most part. But and so she would always say, "Do you want miyeokguk?" And I would always say yes. And then like when she like doesn't say it, I'm like, "Where's my miyeokguk?" And not even my birthday, but now I live closer to my mom. Now I see my mom like almost every month, and like still she's like, "Do you want miyeokguk?" And I was like, okay, no, like maybe not, because I see you every month now. But it was my birthday last week, and I saw my mom for like 6 hours. I didn't even see her. She left miyeokguk in the fridge because like I came really late, and then she went to work. So I guess it means a lot. It's like a big mom connection for sure.
That is.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I feel like I have a really weird relationship with my mom because like Korean moms, right? So it's like I kind of forget that like she is very meaningful to me because it's like I don't know.
Korean moms have a certain way, for sure.
Yeah.
And they're always just trying to help and guide us. But they sometimes do it with a very strong way about them, and yeah.
Yeah, my mom is exactly Korean mom. So when I start cooking, it was a secret for a long time. So I cannot really tell the mom is.
But why?
Because I was kindergarten teacher in Korea, and I came here for like certificates for the like more improved my like the teaching English skill. And I came here and I had a certificate, and my mom suggested like, oh, do you like the living here? And I said, it's like, yeah, I think Canada is the one of the country I want to live. That program didn't really work for me because I'm not really having I was not happy at all with the program. And I was lucky, so I do the tour of the school, and I saw the one chefs make a hollandaise sauce. It's like, okay, it's a charisma. Okay, I like it. That's why I just choose that professional cooking program, but I couldn't tell my mom because I already had a really good job in Korea, and I came here, and she thinks being a chef is kind of tough job for the women. So I didn't tell her, but in my mind, I'm gonna just be a really good chef or famous chef, and I'm gonna let her know. So I is Calgary focused on me a little bit because the little Asian girls come in the kitchen and has that dramatic charisma.
But you've achieved so much also. You won so many cooking competitions. That's why you got the attention.
Once she visits Canada, I tell her actually, why I have the little cooking book is, there you go, Mom. I'm a chef. And yes, I'm working in the hotel because I lied to her because I work in a hotel in the office, but I'm not working in the office. I'm actually the chef of the restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
And then she cried for 3 days. She didn't talk to me at all.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I know, I think she was really disappointed. Chef, are you kidding me? It's like, why? You can be the teacher, you can be, the Asian moms is more like the office job, I guess.
Yeah.
After she back to Korea, still she was upset, and I said, come back. Just live in Korea. You don't have to live in Canada. I think we can support you, and you don't have to be worried about the money and all the work and all the stuff. But I said, it's like, Mom, it was first time I say it. It's like, Mom, it's my life. Just please, I will try it. If I fail, it's my choice. Please just let me do it. But
How old were you when you said, Mom, it's my life for the first time?
it was probably 32.
You were 32.
Yeah, before it's Korean culture. Once you live with the parents, then there are king and
Yep.
they're king. So you have to listen.
Like your mom's expectations, or all Korean moms have such high expectations.
For sure.
And you were talking about how you kept what you were doing in Canada a secret for so long. Yeah, I just think that's so interesting. I think that we all have something like that, where there's the gap between what your mother or what your parents want you to do and what you want to do, and how do you bridge that gap? Like, if you're just super tech and you happen to have the same ambitions as your parents, like, perfect, but I mean, I didn't, we didn't, you didn't. So then how do you navigate that space? You keep secrets, or you delay the truth, or it's so interesting you said that you were 32 before you said it's my life. I was born and raised in Canada. I was saying this my entire adolescence to my parents, and they were like, what happened? We're Korean. Why are you always defying us? When I was always talking back, and I was always like, no, this is what I want to do with my life. And Korean families in Korea could not behave that way. It's a different kind of difficulty to navigate defying your mother. How does your mom feel about your work now? Uh-oh, I'm sorry.
I think she's supportive now, but she didn't admit, and I'm good at it. So I just tell her, it's like, see, I do the little competition, I got the little prize, and I own the TV show. It was totally different culture here, and stood up and please can you say good job or but she cannot really do it because I'm not really sure. She kind of said is okay, it's gonna be good experience. Okay, do what you can do, but she said, don't forget I'm here for you. So anytime you can come back, it is no problem. And I just want to hear from my mother. It's like, Jinhee, you can do it. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're good at it. And I want to listen it, but probably she didn't know because the Korean culture moms always really hard on the kids. You know what I'm talking about?
They think it's the way they're helping us.
Then I came to the Canada and everybody said, good job, good, beautiful. It's like, okay.
Everybody but our moms.
Not my mom.
But I think her saying you can come back anytime is like, that's her way of saying,
That's right.
support you.
Now I can read her mind a little bit, not the whole entire, a little bit. So when she say it, and I'm not really think directly what she say, and I just think it's definitely meaning from her words.
Yeah.
So now it's more comfortable, and I'm talking about the food, and I having a hard time. But before I don't have anybody to talk about it.
So you tell your mom
Now,
about
yeah,
your problems
yes.
at work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
like-
amazing.
You know, the business is up and down,
Yeah.
and I can talk to her, and then she says, "Don't worry, Jinhee, just to like this, hang in there. If it is not working, then you can come back, no problem."
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is really like, it's really meaningful.
That's what my friends and I do for each other. If your mom never said good job to you, you just say it to yourself and each other. So I would like to say you're doing a very good job. Excellent job. You're so good. I'm so proud to know you. You too.
No, you. Thank you.
You have to do it for yourself and for your
for
own
sure.
friends who need it, really.
And I think the more, we see other Korean women kind of going outside of the Korean woman mold and, doing badass things like you and Hannah. And I'm like, you know what? Like, Korean women are like super strong and we can do hard things.
Learn from mom.
Exactly. We
Learn from mom. Yes, it's true.
but with more emotional awareness.
I would like to know, what is even the mold of a Korean woman? That's what I'd like to know. I
What is-
never
yeah.
really had one, but you grew up in Korea. You grew up in Korea a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
what is expected of Korean women?
Wow, I never thought about it.
Well, I have this thing that my mom says all the time. She says Korean food was made to keep women in the kitchen.
That's right.
Yeah, it takes
That's right.
too many hours, and it's Korean food is made so like women just stay in the kitchen. That's all they do. But yeah, so that's what my mom used to say. And
Okay, you know what? When I was in the little, my dream was being a housewife.
Oh, really?
It's a good housewife. So it's really like being supportive and you make the good food to the family.
Wow.
Can you believe it? And
No, I can't.
I'm single. Now I'm single. My
Life is
dream
funny.
job was housewife. So like when I was young, and I feel like my mom is more outgoing. So she
Than you? You're very outgoing.
I
love it.
My mom is really outgoing. So she usually go for swimming after we just send to school, and then she just go for swimming or dancing, like the aerobic.
yeah,
Yeah, she go there and then all the time. But once before my father's comes, and then she all the time is like two pressure cooker, making food
Right.
so fast,
Right.
and I make it like hansang. It was like a beautiful one table, and then my father comes and a really hot bowl of the
Yes.
steamed rice with the soup and all the meat and fish, and it seems like really okay, that looks professional. When I was young and when I was kids, and I said it's like, oh, okay, I want to be the really good housewife. But I didn't really know that because I didn't know beside that kind of relationship with the husband and raising the kids. I didn't really see that one because I was a kid. She raising me.
Yeah.
But certainly I'm the totally opposite.
I just realized so many Korean women are amazing cooks,
Right.
but a lot of them in Korea are not professional chefs. I've
That's
only
right.
seen men as professional, like
I don't think
female
that's
chefs.
unique to Koreans.
Yeah,
I think
guess-
celebrated chefs are men often. The world is sexist. Hashtag. That's me hashtagging.
Hashtag patriarchy.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, because I was just like saying women are supposed to be in the kitchen. I was like, well, Jinhee made this, and it's like really amazing, but she's a professional. I was like, huh. I could see why your mom was like, women don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess like I like follow a lot of women female chefs
Certainly.
because I love food, I love cooking, and most of the people I follow are women, but I guess I didn't really think about how a lot of like the famous
Like,
chefs
do you find that you're still in the minority if you go to a chef event or something like that? Is it mostly men?
Yeah, that is. So, like, I have the really great experience. Like, I was in the show, The War of the Chef. That time is a lot of the women chef on the show. So, the time they're more like the 50s, early 50s. So I just talked to them. It's like, you know what? I'm having a hard time because it is really hard to having a relationship, and I want you stuck into the kitchen because the life is more like have to cover the like dinner service and Christmas, like all the events is supposed to be on in the kitchen. So I told them, it's like, I don't know, I'm not really sure I wants to keep this job for my future or not. And that they kind of mentioned about it is because once you have the marriage, then you have to sacrifice all the one or the other, work or family. So that is kind of the being a chef is a really tough job because you cannot really balance your private life. But like the man is a little more, it's like, okay, I'm just go making money and but usually their wives, they're kind of understand and they raise the kids. So once this woman wants to be the outside, then men supposed to be to raise the kids and do the house
And they
job.
are absolutely capable and can do it if they
I
will.
know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's more interesting. You mentioned you're from Incheon,
Yeah,
but you live in Calgary,
that's right.
very far away from the ocean.
That's right, that's right.
Do you miss it?
I miss a lot because here the seafood is really expensive. It is really hard to get the fresh product. But I'm really like lucky because the Korean culture, we using the dried the fish or dry the seaweed. So like I can just make the soup out of it or just I make the stir fry with it. So that one is really help. But you know what? I'm being in Alberta. Alberta has a really good product with the beef and the root vegetable. That one is really having fun with the with the making food as well.
What do you think the connection is between, Korean culture and ocean is?
Korean culture and the ocean. I think like a Korean people like eating a lot of seafood. Like we are so lucky because we are really close to the ocean, so we can have the fresh shellfish, like a fish, everything, right? So like also they're really like smart about the like preserve the stuff. So they just make the preserve the like the what was the octopus. They like salted it.
Oh.
The
Like
What was
오징어
it?
젓갈 and
cuttlefish or octopus, and then like they just preserve it with a salt, a lot of salt, and they like season it with like the sesame oil, roast the sesame seed, and like chopped onions, and they make it and just eating with the like the rice. It's really good, and they air dry it, and they
Yeah, I think I've had that. I just didn't know how it was made.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things. It's like pop. They call it papdoduk, where you eat so much rice.
right because
Because it's so salty. But it's so good. It's like sweet and salty and spicy. We'll make sure we'll have like next
As
time.
Korean, they like to really like be creative at the using the like seaweed, that kind of stuff. So I just to make the like a little bit of snack. So
Ah.
it's Kimbugak is traditional in the Korean food. It's a royal family. They have that one because the royal family they do the like make the sweet rice porridge and just brush it, air dry it. They're just popped. So it is kind of the kimbugak. So this one is nori, and that one is our seaweed that made with the
Yeah.
stuff. So like, try it. It's
I would love to try it.
Yeah. I feel like usually, or is it? It's different.
yeah different
Okay.
because this one
Let's
is
try
nori.
this
So same family,
Yeah.
but kind of different kind of texture. And this one is my favorite because the miyoki is a little bit more chewier. But nori is a little bit more softer. So like once you made it, this one is pretty good too. So like
Yeah.
try
One of those.
I could eat 10 of these in a row.
Oh yeah. I like this one.
do you?
I do.
Awesome.
I think it's because the pugak that I used to eat is the actual kelp, like the
That's
kelp
right.
that's like deep fried without the pop thing.
That's right.
And the kelp pops itself, right? A little bit. I don't know. It's,
Yeah.
It's just like you don't see any of the pop things.
That one is dashima.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tashima, deep fried with the sugar on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that tastes more like.
More closer
Yeah.
than that one.
But I love that our culture has so much kelp and seaweed and stuff in our food. I feel like it's pretty.
I used to take it for granted because
Yeah.
it's what you eat literally from the beginning of time. But now I realize it's so cool and special, as you're saying, unique, and I feel like it's also very sustainable. Like, why are we only farming the land when we can farm the ocean? And
Yeah.
That's right.
it's so cool. And I can't believe the innovative ways that you use it, too. It's incredible. And I have to say, like, when I was a kid and we would have kim all the time, my across the way neighbor used to come over, a little Scottish girl, and her mother was like to my mother, "What is this black paper that Lorna comes home eating every day?" Because my neighbor was in love with it, right? But you had to explain your food all the the But now kids go to school and at recess, they pop open a package of kim.
know.
And you don't have to explain anything. It's just available, accessible, and of course delicious.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to waste your breath. You just, everybody knows it's so delicious.
Yeah. I saw it at Costco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My parents say that's the best kim. And I'm like, okay, Costco. They just love Costco.
I was so shocked. It's just like everywhere now. It's so normal. Kids have it as a snack.
My kids will never have to explain it to anyone,
amazing.
And my mother had to go over across the street and say, "It's not paper. It's okay to eat."
Paper. Wet paper.
That's fun. Can you tell me a little bit about the restaurant and your food concept? What is your style?
I was in Korea in a pandemic, and the time is I need to recover my health issue, and the time, and I was really surprised. The people kind of they order the food and they enjoy it at home with the family, and the time is like, okay, so this concept is gonna be probably is good to implant in Calgary. So I come back and I just bring the exciting Korean flavor, and it is more approachable kind of food, and I'm here. It's just making true fun, true flavor kind of the restaurant I open, and here is more previously I just do the more focus on the tweezer, really high-end food, but this time I just truly believe the flavor. So it's a more simple dish, but it's a full flavor, and that people can come in anytime, and I enjoy the food.
You won a lot of competitions and being on Top Chef Canada, that was part of the plan, right?
Oh,
Tell us a little bit more about, your time on Top Chef and how you felt about it.
When I started the cooking, and I just wanted to be the instructor in SATE, because I fell in love because of the SATE instructor make the sauces. Yeah. SATE is Southern Alberta institution technology. So that one is my school, and I just graduate. So like I just want to be the like instructor. So I just want a lot of experiences. So I just do a lot of competition, golden medal plays, PI, International Chefs Challenge, and like I do all the competitions. So I want to prove myself because I'm Asian and the people did like and I'm the woman. So sometimes you really underestimate in the kitchen, so I just want to prove myself. So I never planned to the Top Chef Canada. I just want to prove myself, and I just want to show all the people who doubted I'm a good chef. And luckily I have the chance to have the interview. So they just approached me and do you want to do the Top Chef Canada the interview? And I thought it's the same as the like competition, so I just go. Make the food, talk, and they said, okay, so next month you're gonna be on the Top Chef Canada. So yeah, so I just go do the Top Chef Canada.
So we talked about kelp, we talked about the ocean, but we're in Calgary. We have to talk about beef. What do you think Korean relationship with beef is? Kogi,
Oh my
if
god!
you could describe it, what is that like?
As Korean relationship with the beef is a luxury. So it was like a special days. Usually, father or mom is bring the galbi, and the like special day is, I think it's beef is special in Korea as a flavor. I think I like the raw beef, but I like the Korean beef as well. And the Korean people always make the a special flavor, add the flavor into the beef. That's special and luxury, I guess.
Do you think that relationship, that specialness is changing in Korean culture in terms of beef?
I think the new generation is more same as the other kind of protein, but I think older generation is beef is kind of a luxury, special kind of a dish. You can have it with a special day.
Personally, the way that I love beef in Korean food is as a broth or as a flavor, and it's like I like it when it's in little bits and it's not the main thing, but with a beef flavor. I'm glad that I do eat meat because I was veggie in the past, but because I like integrating it, even if it isn't, the main dish. Like I feel that, the depth of flavor and the broth. I just have to say this conversation has been so amazing, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I think I already told you, my mom's name is Jinhee. So to me, it's a very special name. Yes. Beautiful name, beautiful person. You're so strong, just like my mom. And so I just had to mention that. Also, we're actually so connected, right? Like, I'm a mother. Mm-hmm. And when you realize how connected, even though our moms are like, with the chansori because they're trying to help you, like, we're so connected. And I think that Western culture really encourages individualism. But it's not bad that we're so connected that we should consider other people's wishes when we act, but it's a culture clash, frankly.
Yeah. I feel like being here was probably easier for me to talk back to my mom if I was in Korea and tried to do this. I would have been like this. So I am grateful I grew up in this culture to be able to have the courage to talk back to my mom, because I swear if I was still in Korea, I would be like, I wouldn't have talked back to my mom probably for a long time.
No, well, you came to Calgary to be a chef. I mean, you didn't know.
I didn't know that one.
But that's what happened.
Yeah.
You had to be in Calgary to do that.
Yeah, for sure. But still, I don't know, my mom is getting older, and I just feel like I didn't want to have any argument with my mom or conflict. So I usually say, yeah, you're right. And because it was really funny thought is because after certain age, we are same. I feel like she's not grow up, I'm not growing up, we are same. So she cannot change, I cannot be changed, then we can just do a little bit more, have a distance, and then just avoid the conflict. Yeah, that is kind of my best way to being because my mom and me is being a friend. So when I go to Korea, we usually go for drinking. I really like to drink. So
Your mom drinks with you?
Yeah. So she usually go to the Do you know 1차, 2차, 3차?
Yeah.
So we go to the
She doesn't.
she go to the 3차 all the time.
No.
Yeah, so
I
we
don't make it past 1차.
Oh, really?
My
You
mom
cha-
doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Because she doesn't think that, like, she grew up at a time when women don't drink. So she never drank.
My mom used to really like to drink. So when I call her, then she usually is like, "Oh, I'm having a drinks with the brothers. I have the 2 brothers. So like this time is older brother, next day is a younger brother because she said she think he's supposed to be the like a fair. So one day is older brother, next day is younger brother.
She's on a 3-day bender.
Yeah.